All right, today we are going to go over percent composition. We're going to work, it's going to be a light day because I'm going to show you how to do percent comp using the molar mass. Then I'm going to show you a different way using actual masses of a compound. So we've only got 2 examples, and then I'm going to turn you loose on WebAssign. But the first thing you need to do is get this about the percent comp. Okay? Get this down about the percent comp and how to calculate it. So I'll give you a second to write these down. Now, when we're talking about this, folks, it says element A, element B. Let's assume just something like we would have a compound that was A2B. That's what A and B mean there. You know, the element A, the element B. Now, to get the mass of element A, obviously we have 2 of them, so you would have to double it. Okay? We only have 1 of B, so that would be fine there. So, there could be more than this. Is it always going to be the mass of A, the mass of B? No, there could be C, there could be D, depending on how many elements that you actually have. So this is just an example that has only 2 elements in it. Go ahead and copy this down. What I want you to do, people, copy this down. Once you get it copied, take out your periodic table, take out your ion sheet, and write the formula for tin 4 hypochlorite. Alright, this is one of the great things that I love about chemistry because naming, we have to be able to name this guy right here, which was last unit, in order to do the problem. So we're continuously going back and refreshing our memory about previous stuff that we've done. Now, tin. Tin 4 is SN 4+. Hypochlorite is a polyatomic ion. What is hypochlorite ion? ClO, and what's its charge? 1 minus. So, what am I going to write for my formula for tin 4 hypochlorite? SN parentheses ClO parentheses 4. Because I'm going to need 4 of those hypochlorite ions to make the net charge of that tin 4 at 0. Now what I would like for you to do is calculate the molar mass of tin 4 hypochlorite. What you get for the molar mass of tin 4 hypochlorite? Somebody give me a hand. Alright, Graham, what you get? 324.5196. My label would be grams per mole. Change that so I can get it all on the screen. So, I've got the molar mass of tin 4 hypochlorite. So the total mass, the bottom number on that equation that we had, is going to be that. How many elements do I have here? 3, right? I have tin, I have chlorine, I have oxygen. So I'm going to have to get the percentage of 3 different elements. So how am I going to start? I'm just going to say, okay, I'm going to follow the order. Tin is first. Look on your periodic table. What is the mass of tin on the table? Well, mine reads 118.710, right? How many atoms of tin are there in tin 4 hypochlorite? There's only one. Okay? There's only one. So I'm going to take that value and I'm going to divide it by 324.5196. To get it into a percentage, I multiply by 100. So when I do so, I'm going to have, and let's see, usually WebAssign will tell you how many significant figures to take this out to. We're going to take it out 2 past the decimal point. So I'm going to say that this is 36.58%. So what does that mean? That means that of this compound right here, of this, 36.58% of it is tin. Now what's next? I just say, okay, the next element is chlorine. Now, chlorine has a molar mass of 35.453 grams. But how many chlorine are there? There are 4 chlorines. So I've got to take that number and multiply by 4. I still divide by the mass of the total compound times it by 100. So my top number, 35.453 times 4 gives me 141.812. I take that value and divide it by 324.5196, and I get 43.70%. Now I extended the page a little bit so I have plenty of room to work. I only got one more element. What is it? Oxygen. So I'm going to take my oxygen. I know oxygen is 15.9994. How many oxygens are there though? There are also 4 oxygens. So I've got to multiply that by 4. Divide by the total mass of the compound. Multiply it by 100. 13.9994 multiplied by 4 is 63.9976. So that's my top number. And I'm going to divide that by 324.5196. And that's going to give me a value. I times it by 100, put it into a percent. 19.72%. Now, how would I check my answer? Add up all of my percents, right? And actually, what should they equal? 100. So I'm going to take 19.72 plus 43.70 plus 36.58, and I get 100 on the nose. Not too tough, is it? We okay with that? Got a thumbs up here? Okay, now this one's a little bit more challenging. So I'll give you a second here, write down the example. The question states, what is the percent composition of a compound that contains 0.547 grams of hydrogen, 8.707 grams of oxygen, and 4.415 grams of carbon? So what they have done here, people, is they've given us the mass of every compound that is present, or every element that is present in the compound. What we need to do is add those masses together to get a total. So let's do that. 0.547 plus 8.707 plus 4.415, and I get my mass, my total mass, to be 13.669 grams. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing I did before, take each one individually, only this time I'm not going to use my periodic table. I don't need to use my periodic table. I'm given the masses. So I'm just going to go in the order in which they give me the elements. So hydrogen's the first one. So I know that of the total mass, 0.547 grams of that is hydrogen. The total mass is 13.669 grams. Multiply it by 100. And that will give me a value of 7 divided by taking it out 2 places past the decimal for 4.00%. My second element is oxygen. Oxygen is 8.707 grams. Total mass again is 13.669 grams. I multiply that value by 100. And I get 63.70%. Extend the page up a little bit. going to go back up. I forgot it was 4.4.415 carbon. So carbon is 4.415 grams. When I take 4.415 divided by 13.669, multiply it by 100, I get 32.30%. Once again, I'm going to check it by adding those three values together. And once again, I get 100%. So my check reinforces my work and tells me, yes, you did it right, Mr. Brown. Questions over percent composition? Can you give me a thumbs up here? Okay, today, this morning, should have went active 5.4, which is due 12/7. 5.4 on WebAssign. You have the remainder of the period to work on that.